Katt Williams, known for his frank and sometimes controversial commentary, recently stirred up conversation with comments that seem poised to keep the rumor mill buzzing for weeks. The 52-year-old comedian's remarks come in light of statements made by Michael Jackson's friends and family about his passing. What exactly did Williams say, and why might his words matter for other prominent black artists? Williams claims that Michael Jackson foresaw his own fate, hinting at his last tour title, "This Is It," as a clue about his impending death. In a now-viral video, Williams suggested that Jackson's death was not accidental but orchestrated by certain industry figures, even though official reports cite a medication overdose. According to Williams, Jackson's somber announcement of the This Is It tour hinted at his resignation to a life cut short. Jackson allegedly sensed he wouldn't live to plan another tour, which, in the end, proved true. Williams' views echo sentiments among fans, with one noting that Jackson's life was marred by a loss of childhood and normalcy. For years, Jackson himself had spoken about industry evils, leading some to speculate that powerful interests sought to silence him. Others suggest this outspokenness explains why figures like Williams face industry pushback. On June 25, 2009, Jackson was found unconscious at his Los Angeles home by his doctor, Conrad Murray, who attempted resuscitation before paramedics transported Jackson to the hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. Medical reports concluded he had overdosed on a combination of anesthetics and antidepressants administered by Murray. However, many questioned why Murray hadn't disclosed his medication to paramedics, and later, the coroner's report suggested a fatal dose was given. Murray faced trial, resulting in a conviction for involuntary manslaughter and a 4-year prison sentence. However, many fans and Jackson's family felt the punishment was too lenient, fueling conspiracy theories about Jackson's death. Some speculated that powerful industry insiders might have been involved and that Murray was either complicit or a scapegoat. Jackson's sister, LaToya, shared suspicions of foul play, calling for more witnesses to come forward and tweeting that her brother's death was financially motivated. While her statements received mixed reactions, they underscored the family's belief that Jackson's death was tied to industry greed. While some fans believe Jackson's death was premeditated, others argue his long-term medication use contributed to his tragic end. For example, in 2007, family members reportedly tried to stage an intervention, but Jackson's security refused them entry. Moreover, police found various medications at his residence, many under pseudonyms, suggesting a long-standing reliance on prescription drugs. Fans believe Dr. Murray was merely a victim of circumstances and should be treated leniently, though Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, did not share this perspective. Unlike her aunt LaToya, who also believed foul play was involved, Paris suggested in an interview with Rolling Stone that her father was assassinated by people targeting his wealth and legacy. She stated that the evidence clearly pointed to this conclusion, adding that only true fans would fully understand the conspiracy. To her, it was obvious that her father's death was orchestrated, though she refrained from blaming Dr. Conrad Murray alone, considering it a complex scheme involving multiple parties with interests in her father's estate. Paris hinted that there was more she knew but was holding back. Describing the situation as a chess game suggested a layered plot where openly revealing details might complicate matters. She hoped to one day bring justice for her father, possibly when she achieved enough influence herself. Until then, she chose to keep what she knew private, aiming to navigate the delicate situation carefully. Paris also shared that she was still learning to cope with her father's death, noting that while time may not fully heal, it helps one adapt. On the other hand, Janet Jackson, the youngest in the family, chose a different response, steering clear of conspiracy theories and media speculation. She admitted that the coverage was overwhelming and that she had to disconnect from it all. Remembering her brother fondly, Janet recalled the last time they were together, just before her 43rd birthday at a family gathering, before she left for Atlanta to work on Why Did I Get Married Too? When news of Michael's passing reached her, she immediately returned to Los Angeles to mourn with her family. At the private ceremony, a touching moment occurred when 11-year-old Paris spoke of her father's love and support. Janet expressed pride in her niece's words, saying they offered a glimpse of Michael as a father. After the service, she returned to her work, channeling her grief into music, performances, and projects, all while hoping to reunite with her brother someday. While Janet remained removed from the controversy, some family members and fans continued to speculate. Kanye West, known for his bold statements, voiced suspicions of foul play, tweeting cryptically about Michael Jackson's warnings regarding Tommy Mottola, former CEO of Sony. Kanye's references to Mottola's past disagreements with Jackson, who had publicly accused the record executive and Sony of exploitation and racism, resonated with some fans, though many dismissed it as Kanye's typical outspokenness. Despite differing opinions, the Jackson family, fans, and industry insiders each carry their own memories and beliefs about Michael's legacy and the circumstances of his passing. Michael Jackson's recent criticisms of Sony and its executive Tony Mottola have sparked significant controversy. While some found Michael's comments surprisingly direct, Sony responded, defending Mottola as a respected leader dedicated to artist success. The company also suggested Jackson might have been frustrated with factors beyond just the release of his album Invincible. Revered civil rights activist Al Sharpton mentioned receiving calls from industry insiders who were disappointed in Jackson's approach. However, fans largely supported Jackson, feeling he spoke out for valid reasons and was simply unaccustomed to addressing the media. Many of Jackson's fans suggested that, given his generally gentle nature, something significant must have pushed him to speak out in such a manner. They alleged that some industry figures who disagreed with his remarks might actually be complicit in the issues Jackson pointed out. The fans speculated that these individuals may have taken indirect actions to marginalize Jackson without leaving a clear trail back to them. These supporters even went as far as to link Jackson's struggles to more complex conspiracies, including alleged Illuminati involvement. According to some, Jackson was targeted because he threatened to expose secretive practices that he believed hurt artists. In one popular theory, Jackson's opposition to these forces, along with his criticism of Sony, led to an elaborate plan against him. Additionally, a few fringe theories have emerged. One suggests Jackson may have passed away 2 years earlier and was replaced by a look-alike during public appearances, with another claiming he might still be alive, having faked his death to escape financial troubles. One unusual theory even links Jackson's death to former Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, alleging the incident served to distract from political issues in Iran. While all official evidence confirms Jackson's passing, fans continue to hold on to a range of beliefs, convinced he was unfairly targeted by forces beyond his control. Despite these speculations, Jackson's legacy remains powerful. Fans recognize the toll his struggles may have taken on him, expressing empathy for the challenges he faced. Many feel that even though he isn't physically present, his impact lives on, with one admirer summarizing, "Michael will live on forever in the hearts of those who loved him."